It's really, really a pleasure to have you all here. It is quite a robust gathering of leaders as well as collaborators in terms of the mission of cultural diplomacy, which we know is so important to understanding, to cooperation, to building pathways to peace, and all that underlines the work that we do in public life, whether that is in diplomacy or that is in national public life.
We're doing this, especially at the Division for Multilateral Diplomacy, always in partnership with other international organizations. We do this in partnership with other UN institutions. We have many partnerships these days with academia, because what we believe in is not just training diplomats once they have passed the exam and they're with their diplomatic academy, but really already getting students, sometimes even pupils in high school, interested in diplomacy, in cultural exchange, in negotiation, and in peaceful conflict resolution.
We must invest in care economy, child care, elderly care, health system. These are not costs. They are economic infrastructure. Investment in care generates jobs, increase female labor force participation, and strengthen long-term growth.
We have to own our worth, because in moving forward, culture is not static. Culture evolves, and we need to appreciate that the way that we exercise the responsibility that we have demands courage to accept these risks, but also to challenge the traditions that no longer serve us.
I believe in education, and I think that since we are here also in UN, if we are seeing the world, education can make the difference.
Until women are in positions of leadership and use that leadership to bring other women forward,
we can give the space for the young people to be involved. But also the young people should be aware that these kind of processes are existing, and they can demand that there should be space for us.
Issues of the woman is very important and crucial for the society, because if there is any problem for the woman in the society, it means that we should solve them.
As we gather here under the value and vision of the United Nations, let us reform our commitment to creating a world where women empowered not only by external opportunities, but also by initial awareness.
Leadership begins much earlier than we assume. It begins in homes, schools, and communities long before women enter workplaces, become CEOs, or take places in international parliaments, in institutions, and in United Nations offices like these.
To lead in this space, one must be more than a doctor, scientist, a policymaker, politician, or entrepreneur. One must also be a global citizen, curious enough to learn, humble enough to listen, and courageous enough to build bridges between evidence and humanity. Because health is never only biological, it's cultural, it is emotional, it is political, and it is very deeply human.
Women's economic empowerment is not charity, it's a smart economics, it's a democratic economics, and ultimately it's about human dignity.
Empowerment is key, is crucial for all of us, and the strategies that we adopt for empowerment should be so that we are able to not only make a contribution in our own right, but also to grow, to develop, and to create a platform for the next generation coming behind us.
Set your goals, and then you gather the group that can help you in the process. And then give more space for young people in many countries in the future.
We need to understand that our societies should not be dependent on how lucky you are. It should be dependent on structures, better societies, and we have to demand more.
We need to make sure is that women are empowered enough, and women in positions of power are giving you the power to make the change that the world needs to see.